Usyk versus Dubois 2, Saturday, July 19th. Live only on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Regan Slaymaker for Not Just Boxing, and I have the pleasure to be joined by one of the greatest fighters the home nations have produced, Carl Frampton. Carl, are you just as excited as you have been for all the other heavyweight fights? I remember it's a massive one, isn't it?
I'm buzzing. I mean, and you get more and more excited as the week progresses, and we're only one day away from it now, so it's been a good week so far. I'm absolutely buzzing for this one tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a great fight.
Definitely. What have you made of obviously you've been on the comms, you've been doing the analysing of everything. What have you made of both men throughout the week since Wednesday?
I think we can see that Usyk's starting to now take a little bit more serious. At the start of the week, we can see the funny character that we all love in Usyk, but the switch has been flicked, I think, and he's became a lot more serious. Daniel, on the other hand, I think he looks like he's almost like a dog ready to be let off the leash, and I've seen that from the start of the week. Like, this guy just wants to fight right now. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I'm not sure. Maybe wasting some sort of unnecessary energy throughout the week, but Daniel looks ready. He's in good shape, as is Usyk. Usyk looks like a heavyweight now, doesn't he? You know, he's not the cruiserweight anymore. I'm buzzing about this. I cannot wait for this fight.
Definitely. I was listening to your the 5 Live preview with Steve Bunce. Shout out Buncey every single time as well. But you were mentioning that kind of nervous energy. Is it important for Daniel to not do well? Is it important for him to do what he did against AJ and not let that occasion get to him? I thought he was perfect on that ring walk, but he can't let it get to him, can he?
Absolutely. He needs to be aggressive. He has to be aggressive to win this fight. And if you look at his last performance, his jab, I think, only landed 10 times against Usyk, which isn't enough. He needs to be doubling that jab and trebling it to get close. And when he gets close, he needs to impose his size and strength. But like I've said to everybody else that I've talked to, all these things are easier said than done. That when you're fighting someone like Oleksandr Usyk, the guy's a genius.
Definitely. I was speaking to Hall of Famer Shane Mosley the other day. He was knocking around, and he was like, Daniel needs to aim for the body because Usyk's head is all over
yeah,
rolling. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Target the body. But he has to be aggressive in the fight. Whether he targets him, I mean, that's a fair comment from Shane. He knows what he's talking about. He's an unbelievable fit. One of the best lightweights that ever lived, possibly the best lightweight that ever lived. And he knows what he's saying, but I think that's fair comment. The body can't move like the head, so I think it's a fair comment from Shane.
Definitely. Do you think, obviously you're in the first fight, you have the low blow, not low blow scenario. Do you think Team Dubois need to kind of cast that aside, or do you think they need to hone in on that because in their minds I think they've hurt Usyk before and they can do it again? What do you make of that? Do they need to cast it away?
No, I mean, people keep talking about him having a vulnerability to the body, but I don't think it's that as such. I mean, if anybody gets hit off a man Daniel says to the belly, it's going to hurt, isn't it? So I think targeting the body is something that they have to do to try and slow Usyk down. The guy's a box of tricks. He will be expecting all this. I think he'll know that Daniel will want to impose an aggressive style and be on the front foot. He's expected it. He's trained for it, and I think he'll be able to deal with it.
At the presser, I think Dubois' manager, he was saying that Team Usyk are rattled and all these type things. I don't really buy into that, but do you think that's necessarily a good idea, rattling a master of mind games, or do you think it's nothing?
I don't think he can be rattled. Yeah. I think the guy, in terms of his mentality, I think he's bulletproof. Maybe he was a little bit rattled, if you remember at the start, when the first initial press conferences, and Don Charles kind of questioned his Christianity and his faith a little bit. That annoyed him and that rattled him. We haven't seen any more of that though. But hard to get into Usyk's mind.
Definitely as well. I want to move away from this fight, but I want to talk about Katie Taylor. I mean, I was saying to Adam Smith the other day, I don't think she's one of the greatest female fighters that ever lived. I think she's one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. I think if Katie called it a day tomorrow, certified Hall of Famer for sure.
Oh, of course, 100%. I mean, the career has been remarkable, and even if you take the wins and the victories and the belts and the world titles away, what she's done for women's boxing and female boxing, for boxing as well, has been unbelievable. Look, the girl is a living legend, a hero to so many people throughout the world. But she's an Irish icon and will be. I mean, we'll be talking about Katie Taylor for centuries, long after she's gone. That's the type of athlete she is. Unbelievable.
Definitely as well. Final one. I do want to get your opinion on Shakur Stevenson and Hamza Shiraz from the other night. I thought punch perfect from the pair of them, but especially from Shakur Stevenson. I thought it was a career best performance from him as well.
Shakur was great. He can be criticised for being a little bit boring sometimes, but he looked good, and I think it was because of Zapita and because of Zapita's style. But Shakur looked great. I thought really, really good. Brilliant win for him. And big Hamza. What a statement, what a win for him. He looked unbelievable, and the world's his oyster at the minute. There's so many big fights for him now.
Definitely. Do you think that Canelo fight's realistic, or do you think he should have one more?
Of course, Canelo fight's realistic. Yeah, Canelo's not the fighter that he used to be. We've seen that he's slowed down a little bit. His feet are a little bit slower than they used to be. That's a fight that, at this stage of their careers, I would have Hamza Shiraz as a favourite going into that fight with Canelo, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Carl, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Always a pleasure talking
Thank
to you.
you.
Cheers, mate.